How you doing? What's going on? Welcome to the replay. I don't know what that was. Welcome to the replay and welcome to Daily Fuel. Today is Daily Fuel Pro. Oh, I forgot to write Pro. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. Daily Fuel Pro. Daily Fuel Pro is Daily Fuel. I'm going to talk about business stuff. So today we're talking about branding. But anyway, forget that for a second. If you're in the replay, say hi in the replay. Say hashtag hi, I'm in the replay. Hashtag. One of these days I'll think of some hashtags for the replay people. Anyway, make one up. I like, you guys are very creative. It's why I picked an artist group and not a non-creative group of people. Make one up. So let me know that you're in the replay. You can comment along. You can do all the things, and I come back and I read them and I see them and I go, wow, so and so watched in the replay, and that just makes me happy. If you're here live, you can comment now. You can start saying hello, like Donna said hello. Hello, Donna. How are you? Good morning. And Roberta's here. Hey, Roberta, how are you? Nice to see you here. And Stephanie is also here. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? Anyway, so yeah, if you're watching live, you can comment. Here's how this works. If you're new here, do me a favor. There's a link in the description of this post to Ecamm so that I can see your face and your well, not your face necessarily. Only if your face is in your profile picture, then I can see your face. But if your profile picture is not your face, then I see whatever you put in your profile picture. I see your profile picture and your name. Otherwise, I don't know who it is, and it just says Facebook user when you comment, because I'm not looking at Facebook. I'm looking at my screen, which has Ecamm. And Robin's here, missed yesterday. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, I do them. You can come or not, it's up to you, but we missed you. It was nice. Don't worry, other people wrote epic essays for you. Don't worry about it. And Kirsten is also here. Hello. And I'm going to start. Let's go. Your artist multi-brand. Kyle had asked a question in my running. What do you call it? I have a post from weeks ago. I wrote, "What do you want to talk about on Daily Fuel next week?" And it has not stopped. And it's been weeks of just adding to this post. Every time somebody comes up with a cool topic, I go to that post and I write it in there. And then when I do that, two or three people, the post like comes back up to the top, and two or three people will comment on it with more ideas. So it's just been a running list of ideas. And anyway, his was, how do I create like a multi-brand, because I got a lot of things going on, and this is him talking, and I'm paraphrasing. This isn't exactly what he said, but basically he's got a lot of things going on, and he would prefer to make one brand that encompassed everything, rather than one brand for this thing that he does, and one brand for this thing that he does, and one brand for this thing that he does, and to and then have to market them separately and get separate audiences and stuff like that. And he asked that question to me specifically because that's what I am doing. I am creating one brand around everything that I do, which was not easy to do. It really took me a long time. Kirsten, I liked your answer. Could you do me a favor since you're here? Could you copy that comment from earlier today and like paste it in this one, because it was such a great comment and I wanted to riff on it, and I forgot to read it again before I did this live because I was going to talk about it. But if you could do that, if you can, if you maybe you're driving, maybe you just don't feel like it, and whatever, it's not the end of the world. I'll cry a little bit, but I'll get over it in a few weeks, if you can't. So anyway, your answer was great though, because to paraphrase what I remember about it, it was long. Was that was that you brand yourself, and then the things that you do sort of fall into that, and that basically is what I was going to talk about today. So let me get into it. First, I want to just do a quick branding primer. If you're new to Daily Fuel, if you're new to me, to understand what I'm talking about when I use the word brand, because that word can just make people's eyes glaze over. They're like, "Oh, I want to be in business, but a brand? Why do I need a brand? You know, what am I? What am I? Clorox? What am I? Home Depot? McDonald's? You know, those are brands." Well, yes, but no. Because here's what a brand is. A brand is what people think of you. That's basically it. So, are you a human being? Do you know people? Do those people know you? Do they have an idea of who you are and what you do and what they think of you? And there it is. All right. And thank you. And do you have a reputation? That's your brand. Okay. So that's it. Your brand is what so-and-so thinks of you. It's what your favorite customer thinks of you. It's what your least favorite customer thinks of you. It's what that person who fired you because you suck thinks of you. It's what your parents think of you, or your siblings and your parents. It's what everybody thinks of you, and it's the culmination of all of those what they think of yous combined into one. They create the brand. But there's one what they think of you that's more important than all of them and can even supersede all of them and can really direct all of them to what you want. And if you haven't guessed whose opinion that is, it's one person's opinion. It's your opinion. What you think of yourself can supersede all of those. So it matters what other people think of you, but if you know what you think of you, then you can direct everybody else to think that too. And then the ones who don't think that will just get out of the way. And so that's basically what a brand is. It's the energy around you. And you have the power to direct that energy, to harness it from within and project it out so that other people can see it and feel it and, probably not taste it, but you know what I'm saying, right? So I'm just going to read this comment because it was good. Usually I wait till the end to read comments, but look at this. I can still see over. I thought that was really long. I've had more success by branding myself instead of my specific projects. So you kind of gave my answer away. Thanks. But here it is. I paint, I make soap, and I create other home decor stuff. Instead of focusing on the product, I'm focusing on my purpose. Well, I like that, right? To create high vibrational products that aid in increasing Earth's frequency. Now I can create categories, but all the things run through this filter. This is the whole. I didn't have to do today's daily fuel. I could have just posted this. My paintings have spiritual messages. My paintings have spiritual messages. My soaps are made with spiritual benefiting ingredients, and I kind of have to still figure out the decor. That's okay. That's where we're going to step into a little more today. Certainly made with love. So then I looked inward and branded myself. Meditation helped. It was purely amazing what answers I received about who I am once I looked within. Wonderful, perfect, thank you. All right, now get off my screen. I don't share the stage. No, I'm kidding. So that's a wonderful answer. So let's dive into that because really, I've got my 3 things for today, and those were it. So number 1 is you can't brand yourself with one product or one thing or multiple things or 50 things. If you don't get clear on who you are yourself, who you feel, what you feel about yourself, what you think about yourself, and what it is that you're trying to do, you've really got to dive into the authenticity of the work that you're trying to do. Now, I'm going to use myself as an example because this has been a long journey for me to get to where I am today, and by no means do I feel like I've finally gotten there or anything like that. But I'm going to use myself as an example. So, you're watching me in real time create a new business and brand for myself. I opened the doors of this group. Most of you who are joining this group, most of you, like high 90% of the people in this group did not know me from anything before you joined this group. You've gotten to know me by being here in this group, maybe watching Daily Fuel, maybe being around, seeing my comments, seeing the post, whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? So you're watching me in real time create my new brand and direct who I am to you so that you feel it too. And that's what I'm doing. But I had to figure it out. You've also been watching me figure it out because I've got a lot of things going on. And I have so many things going on that one of the things I had to figure out was, are really all of these things supposed to be here? There were some things that are in now for me and some things that are out. And the things that are in are my video graphic novel that I'm working on. The music has always been a top priority for me. And Daily Fuel, which I never realized was art. It was something that I started doing because I thought it was a cool marketing tool until I realized, holy cow, do I love doing this. It's like I light up doing this more than any of the work that I do for clients. It's really, really wild. So all that stuff that I did because I thought, oh, I could make money doing this, and I could make money doing this, and I could make money doing all that crap's out. Because I didn't really, none of that made me feel like this makes me feel. So what's in is anything that makes me feel like this. And I had to really do a lot of work, as Kirsten said right at the end here. Look at the bottom of this. Oh, you can't see my mouse. Whatever. Right. Down at the bottom. It says, meditation helped, right? Second to last line. Meditation helped. It was purely amazing what answers I received once I looked within. Well, I had to look within too, within me, not within Kirsten. She doesn't have my answers. I have my answers, right? So I had to look within me too and realize what lights me up, what makes me feel this way, and what doesn't. So the things that don't are the things that I'm getting rid of. And the things that I'm getting rid of are the things that I got really good at figuring out how to sell and make money with. So that was like, these are the these are the things I make money with. How do I get rid of those and keep these things that I don't know how to make money with? Okay, that takes faith, right? So number one is get clear on yourself. And so I've gotten clear on what lights me up and what is in my brand. And it's those things. So now I've got these things and I'm like, well, people who like Daily Fuel might not like my graphic novel, and people who like the graphic novel might not like my music, and people who like the music might not really care about the Daily Fuel stuff. And, so they don't all have to have the same exact client avatar, and there might be crossovers. I'm sure that lots of you who are into Daily Fuel will like my graphic novel, will like my music, but maybe it's not going to be your favorite thing in the world. Maybe you like this thing that I do better than that thing. I'm sure that people like Kirsten's soap but don't really care about her paintings, and vice versa, So there's that to consider, and that can be a real head trip, because you think, like Kyle asked, do I need to market this to this audience and market this thing to this audience? Well, I have decided no, because here's number 2 in my list of 3 things for today is believe that they fit together somehow. You have to start to believe these things go together. If they all light me up, and if that's the common denominator, is doing this lights me up, doing this lights me up, doing this lights me up, however many there are, doesn't matter. If they all light you up to the same degree where you're just like, oh my God, I just get in that flow state, I get in the zone, I can't wait to be doing this, then they go together. And even if that's all it is they go together. And you have to believe that they go together. You don't have to figure out on day one how to build a website and show how they all go together. If you like this, you'll love this. That doesn't work, because now you're trying to fit it together in some artificial way. You have to just start by believing that they fit together somehow, even if the only answer is, hey, check me out, I'm me, and if you like my personality, then maybe you'll like this talk that I do every day except Sunday, or maybe you'll like this graphic novel that I make, or maybe you'll like the music that I make. Maybe you'll like 1 or 2 of them, but not the other 1 or 2. That's okay. See, that's the thing, is that people can like 1 or 2 of your things without liking the other things. But but the thing that you're selling them on is you. You're trying to create a brand around yourself, which was the first thing Kirsten said. I should have had Kirsten just standing here talking with me today. Because I'm getting my whole thing from this. I've had success by branding myself instead of my specific products. So that's the answer right there, is brand yourself, and then just say, hey guys, now that you like me, here's this thing that I do. If you like me, you might like this thing. Oh, you don't? Okay, well fine, then don't look at that thing. You like this thing. You might also like this thing. So that's all that it is. And where Kirsten said she had this all-encompassing purpose, she makes soap, she makes paintings, but everything is to raise the frequency of the earth. That's her purpose. That's what she's working toward. For me, I'm creating something that is inspirational. Maybe I won't use the same words as her, but maybe we kind of have the same purpose. Where, why do I do Daily Fuel? What do I get out of it? I like doing this, but I wouldn't do it to nobody. There's a back and forth with it. It's like I love the interaction. I love the fact that by letting this come out of me, I know that it's inspiring and helping and motivating people to do their thing. And I write music that I feel does that. And I'm creating a graphic novel that I feel does that. And so some people might get that inspiration from me just from Daily Fuel and not notice it in the other things. But well, I don't like that, And that's okay. And other people might get it from one of the other things and just be like, he talks too fast and he's weird and his hands never stop. I can't watch this, but I like that song, So there's that. It doesn't matter. They like me. Like me. No, I'm kidding. So that's number 2 is just believe, give it the time, just believe that they fit together. And the way that they fit together is by just branding yourself. Just be yourself. You are the business. Number 3 is clarity comes with action. You can sit there and think about it and you can plan it out and you can meditate on it and you can do all the things that need to be done. But if that's all you do is think about it and say, I'll launch something or I'll show other people something or I'll have a product out there, when I have it all figured out, then I'll do the work of trying to be in business. You're never going to get there. Because even if you wait until you feel like you've got it all figured out, you got that lightning bolt of inspiration that's just like, I know how they go. And you work and you work and you work and put it all together and then you present it to people, you're going to be wrong. You're not going to get it that way. You're going to be wrong. And you're going to realize, oh, I didn't think of that, and I didn't realize that no one was going to understand that. You have to just kind of start putting things out there and allow for some trial and error. Maybe the trial and error is, I like these 2 things, and I'm not sure if this third thing fits. Let me just float it out there and see how it feels to talk to people about it. That's what I've done. I've floated out there the idea of coaching. I've floated out there the idea of doing some group coach thing. I've floated out there the idea of doing web design. I've floated out there. It's just I let them float out there. I don't like plant my flag and be like, I am now doing this and that's the only thing I'm doing, and from now on, if you want to hire me, you have to hire me for this. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to make grand announcements. There's no grand opening thing. It's just kind of just start writing things on Facebook or in a group or on Instagram or whatever you use, or to your clientele if you have a store or something like that. I'm thinking of somebody like Lazaro or Hector, or maybe if you make things, like maybe make 1 or 2 things just as a trial and just show it to people who've bought your stuff and be like, do you like this? I don't know how I feel about making it. Maybe try making things. Try a different kind of artwork, a different medium or something. Just see what it's like. Does it fit? You don't know if you don't try. And then you can say, that doesn't fit. And then, or you try something, it's like, wow, that really did fit. I didn't know that Daily Fuel was going to be the big driving force of what I do. I thought it was just going to be the thing that I do to get people to notice me so that I could sell them the thing that I do. But it's the thing that I do. It's what I do. So there's that, and I am trying to create an overall science fiction-y cyberpunk look and feel to everything. And at first I was nervous about doing that because I thought, well, I'm doing the Daily Fuel, and if I give it that kind of a look in my logo and my graphics, right, then no one's going to get it. No one, and I just say, who gives a shit? You don't like it? Just don't watch. I'm not for everybody. And that's really the last thing to realize, is that you're not for everybody. You're not. You want to be. You want everybody to like you, but there's always going to be people who don't like it. And sometimes the people who don't like it are loud, and they're like, I don't like that. And it's like, who gave you the right to say that? But they're gonna, You stink at that, right? I'm like saying it to the microphone. They're going to be loud. And so this is like a little aside. People are going to be loud, and they're going to say that they don't like the thing that you do. Or I like that thing that you do, but I don't like this thing that you do. It's like, okay, well, I didn't like come to your house and like put a gun to your head and say, buy this thing that you don't like. I just said, hey, I'm also doing this thing. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Don't look at it. Don't read it. Don't listen to it. Don't check it out. Don't use it. I don't care. I do it because it lights me up. I feel like I'm screaming today. I feel like the energy of everything is getting more. Do you notice that? Is it just me? I don't know. Anyway, are there... Oh, look at all these comments. Wow, okay, you guys are here. Anyway, those are the 3 things. So do those things. Don't do other things, and you'll be fine. So let's go to the comments and see who we got. Crimson's here. Hello. How are you? Brandy's here, late but here. Okay, that's cool. Facebook user is here. Let's see who we got. You know what I'm going to do, because there are so many people joining the group. This doesn't late but here. Linda, do me a favor. You got to hit that eCam link again. I don't know why you're not showing up. You used to show up. It changes sometimes, and if you can hit that link again, I'd appreciate it. Anyway, Kirsten would be a great guest host. Yes, she would. That was a smart answer. Me too. You too. You'd be a great guest host too. Does everybody want to be a guest host? I have 4 businesses under my Immortal brand, and I'll start more. It's much easier that way. Right. So what he's saying is he has one brand, and it's the Richard brand. And now Richard's like, I do tattooing, and I have this Killer Bee thing. Have you ever seen this Killer Bee thing? It's really freaking awesome. And other businesses, I forgot what they are. But right. But everything that they are have that Richardness to it, and it makes sense if you know him because he brands himself. And that's what I'm trying to do. It's like when you see the things that I do, they will make sense in the umbrella of me, right? And Kirsten's doing the same. So good for you guys. You must recognize what gets you in your zone. That's it. That's the thing too, is that so now Richard, Kirsten, me, we're building the me brand, right? And now if I start putting things out there that don't light me up, people are going to notice they don't fit right. Oh, he does Daily Fuel, and he's got this cool graphic novel, and he does music, and he makes socks. It's like, it doesn't fit. You know what I mean? It's like the socks are cool, but they're like not even, they don't have that look. They don't seem to go with anything else. When he talks about them, he goes like this. You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't fit. It all has to fit. It doesn't have to fit where it makes sense business-wise. Like, I could make socks if I wanted to. There's nothing wrong with a graphic novel and music and socks. That's fine. The thing is that it's a graphic novel and music and socks. I got socks. You want to see the socks? It's like you're going to feel it from me because it's not lighting me up. Actually, I might do socks. Socks aren't a bad idea. I kind of like, I have this idea for like a clothing line, and socks would definitely work. I'm not like a big socks fan or anything like that, but clothing and yeah, that might work. We've talked about that. Somebody said something about that once. The Daily Fuel is your Eunice. Yeah, remember Eunice, right? Thanks, Donna. Glad somebody's listening to me. Crossover leads to a wider target audience, capturing them into one place. It's true. It's like I'm bringing people into this group. They're finding me. Here's what I'm doing, by the way. If you're curious, if you've noticed that all of a sudden in the past couple months the group is growing and growing and growing. We just passed 1,200 members in the group. What I'm doing is I have an ad that's running on Facebook that is going to an audience that I've honed through a process. It doesn't matter the process, but I've got this audience now that that is, people like us, and I'm showing them the video that I made. If you've never seen the video, it's the Quantity Philosophy video. If you go to the main group announcement, there's a link to the video, and it starts where art is a metaphor for life, a metaphor for humanity. Art is the dream of the human soul made manifest, and it just goes on and on with this inspirational talk, and it's a really cool video that I love. And it's like I tried to make a video that was just like, what if you could like climb inside and look around my heart and see what it looked like in there? It would be that video. There was no offering, there was no business model to it. There was just this is my philosophy of things. This is me. If you like it, then and then I direct them to the group, and it's good. If you like this, you might like being in this group, and a whole bunch of them come into this group. And that's if you're relatively new here in the last 2 to 3 months, that's probably how you got here, right? So I'm doing that on purpose so that I can find the right people to be here. And now I didn't try to get them here by saying, hey, I make a graphic novel and music and I talk fast. Do you want to come hang out? Everybody be like, no, right? But because the underlying thing is my philosophy, that's the brand. That's the brand. And they're buying into that by saying, yeah, I'll join that group. Click, and now they're here. And now I can start showing them different things. And a lot of them will be like, that's a cool graphic novel. I'll check that out. And a lot of them will be like, that's a cool show you do every day, except Sunday. I'm going to check that out. And then a lot of them are going to be like, that's really cool music that you make. And then pretty soon it's going to be like, dude, those are amazing socks. So, not everyone's going to like everything, but everyone bought into this. So that's what you got to do. Robin, Donna, I think so too. He's fabulous at this. Oh, thank you, Robin. Appreciate that. Robin and Donna are my new favorite people today. And Kirsten was, but, she stopped complimenting me. Someone's giving me this. I don't know who that is. Where are we? I could probably see that. Oh, it's Linda again. Hi, Linda. Did I say hi to you? Hi. Richard says, people buy people before they buy products and services. Be your brand. Yeah. I like to say people buy into people because we don't like people buying people. That's not a good thing. But I know what you mean. I am always hard on Richard. No matter what he says, you can't get it right with me. You like me. You really, really like me. You like me. Sally Field, that was good. Robin, you guys are like talking to each other. There were a few tippy toe comments, but you were missed. Yeah. Base camp. What did I say about base camp? Hey, your red shirt looks nice. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. My wife likes me in this shirt, and I don't usually wear it, but she likes me in this shirt, so I wore it. And usually I wear like a dark blue or a black shirt, and it kind of makes the whole show pretty uniform looking. But I want to start doing different things too. I definitely need to hear this. Well, Facebook user, this is Nathan. Hey, how you doing? Didn't I tag you with the link yesterday? Thanks for all your hard work. Who's that? Also Nathan. Thanks. I appreciate it. I'm glad that this is helping you, and thank you for being here. Robin says, aw, thank you. I haven't done the replay yet, but the topic looked awesome. LOL, I had important errands yesterday. Okay. More important than daily fuel? I don't think so. And Nathan says, oh, yes. Oh, yes. Kirsten, even though your brand is cyberpunk-esque, I think people resonate to it differently. It sparks people in different ways. When you brand yourself, I feel like your style evolves. And to be... I'm sorry, there's no ands there. When you brand yourself, I feel like your style evolves to be you, even if inspiration comes from something else. Yes, absolutely. Even the video that is bringing people in has really nothing to do with cyberpunk. It's the graphic novel was the driving force in the cyberpunk, and then I realized that the music that I would hear in the graphic novel, if it were a movie, because really what I'm doing is I'm making a movie, but since I can't make a movie, I'm making a graphic novel that, but in my mind, it's a movie and it looks really cool. And it sounds really cool too, and it's got a cool soundtrack, and that's the music that I'm making. So it's kind of like they go together. And then I realized that, man, this is really me. There's nothing about this that isn't all me, and so I'm bringing elements of that into the group. Nobody has to be a cyberpunk fan to hang out here, and I'm not like overbearing with it. It's just it's in the logo and it's in the graphic a little bit, and that's it. It's not like I'm in a costume and I talk in these weird. Like coded messages and stuff like that to make it feel like the whole group is like this cyberpunk universe that you're in. It's like that wasn't the point. The point was that I wanted to just bring the art that I'm making into every touch point so that when you see one or see another or listen to the music, they all kind of go together, and if I did the socks and other clothing, it would go together. It would make sense visually because that's important to me. I'm a branding person, so there would be a lot of visual elements to everything that all went together. And if you saw one and then you went to another, you would recognize visually and audibly that, oh, that's of the same brand. Not like, say, that food brand Beatrice, all right? That brand nobody ever knows because they're the one main company. They're not public facing. They're just the corporation behind all these other brands like Tropicana Orange Juice and some other ones. I'm going to just name like Nabisco and stuff like that. It's like, I don't know if Nabisco is one of them, but there's a whole bunch of food brands that are public facing that you don't realize are all owned by the same company, and it's called Beatrice. And that might be different now because that was like 10 or 15 years ago that I learned about that. But what was my point? The point was Beatrice doesn't care if you know who Beatrice is, except I care because I am Bobby. That's what I'm selling you. I'm selling you the person, like Richard just said, rather than trying to, I'm not like some, voice behind a screen that you can't see, and I'm just trying to get you into like some weird cyberpunk world. I'm saying weird because maybe it's weird to you. It's not weird to me, but I'm not trying to sell you on cyberpunk. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to sell you on me, my heart, and I'm just putting like cyberpunk touches on it all. And everyone goes, oh, that's cool. Even though maybe you love cyberpunk, maybe you never heard of it, maybe you could care less. But it's not bothering you because what I'm really giving you is what you came for. Bobby, you're always full of energy. Doesn't seem like more than usual. Sorry. Maybe I'm feeling a shift in myself. Then I suppose is what it is. Definitely the energy is high. Who's this? Boop boop boop. Marina. Hi, Marina. How are you? Wait, do I have this right? Yes. And then Linda's the next one. Okay. So Marina and Nathan and Linda, I gotta give you guys the link. Marina is new to the group. Welcome, and I'm glad that you're here. Definitely the energy is high. I think that's because you have made so much sense and said a lot of things people needed to hear. Okay, Donna and Robin, they're off my favorite person list, and now Marina is my new favorite person of the day. So thank you. I made a lot of sense and said a lot of things people need to hear. I'm glad. I'm very glad. It's like I try to bring what I can to this, and I'm glad when it lands. So thanks for sharing that. Great advice, says Linda. I wish I would have listened sooner, like years ago. Well, that's okay. You're doing fine. Red shirt energy. Yeah, I should have worn this yesterday, right? When we were well, it was orange, but still. I didn't think of it. Donna, bingo, Donna, hilarious. Yep, amusement park and socks. that's gonna be my that's gonna be the thing. That's really funny. That's funny. I have other businesses that aren't under my Immortal brand, and one of them is selling socks. Well, see, as an aside, that's an interesting point right there, because that is also okay. I want to tie in everything that I do into this one Bobby brand, right? However, there's no reason why, if I were see, Richard is what I would call like an entrepreneur. He looks at businesses and he can, like, there's no reason why you can't invest in somebody else's dream business, but you could be like a half owner. You don't have to be the face of it. You don't have to be known in it, but you can have a part in it and maybe even work on it a little bit if you wanted to, and have that be something outside of the umbrella brand of what you're selling as yourself. It's an income stream. It could be an investment. It could be a business, but maybe it's something that is your side hustle while you're building this brand. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with any of these things. What I have chosen to do is to create this umbrella brand of meanness, and just I make this, and I make this, and I make this, and they all go together. And you might like this one, you might not like that one, but it doesn't matter because they all light me up. Donna thinks Richard's funny. Base camp in reference to branding. I know everything you're saying. I don't remember what I said. That it doesn't matter. I'm Amber Rose. Either you like me or you don't. I definitely do what lights me up, and the others follow. Hey Amber, how are you? Who's this? Wait, time out. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Amber, you're new too, right? Welcome to Daily Fuel. Yeah, I got a lot of people to tag. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys look later on. Everyone who's showing up as Facebook user, I'm gonna tag you later with a link. I'm gonna ask you to please click the link and just follow the quick instructions to give Ecamm Live permission to show me your face and name. This way, I don't see Facebook user when you're here on Daily Fuel. You only have to do it one time, theoretically, until it stops working, like it did for Linda, because Linda has done it before, and now she's got to do it again. It happens. I don't know why. Kirsten. But anyway, this is a good point right here, what Amber said. I am me. I am Amber. I am Bobby. I am Richard. I am Kirsten. You either like me or you don't. And that's a really good point. That's not mean. That's not rude. That's just a fact. And and by stating it that way, you're not really saying it to them as like, if you don't like, you're not really saying it to them. That's something that you have to say to yourself. You either like me or you don't, and if you don't, that is as okay as if you do. That's the underlying thing here, is that both are fine options. They are both what's the word that I'm trying to think of? They're both good. They're both there's a word. It'll come to me later. I'll be like, oh, that word, right? I can't think of it right now, but they are both fine. And your job is not to get everybody in the I like you camp. Your job is to figure out if the people in front of you, which camp they're in, put them in them, and then treat them accordingly. That's what your job as a business person is. If you're in front of an audience and you're trying to sell something to the people in the I don't like you camp, you're going to really hate running a business. But if you get in front of people and instead of trying to sell them something, just show them who you are and say, hey, you're either in the you like me camp or the you don't like me camp. Pick one. And if they pick the I don't like you camp, say, great, thanks, because now I won't waste my time and life and energy on you. Have a nice day. And you go and you find other people. That's why I like Facebook groups, because it's like, you're not really going to see me out in the world marketing this yet, because what I'm doing is I'm trying to build an audience within the group. But the reason I'm doing it within the group is because in order to be here, you had to have already said, yeah, I like what you're doing. I liked that video. I like you. I want to learn more about this. I like what this is about. I want to be in this world. They put themselves in the camp. The I like you camp, not the I love you camp, not the I want to marry you and be, have a million of your babies camp. It's just like, no, you're cool. I'll check it out camp, But nobody's going to be like, I hate this stuff. Let me join that group and hate it. Nobody does that. So they're here, right? So yeah, Amber, that's great, right? You either like me or you don't. Wonderful. And I'm going to do what lights me up. And the people who like me will follow that. and they will sort themselves accordingly. Kirsten, now I'm questioning if my brand is me enough. It's happy and cute, but not edgy or dark. Ah, my ego says hello. This is what I mean. This is number 3. Don't let your ego now tell you that you're wrong or bad or messed up or anything like that. Number 3 of my 3 things today was, 1 was get clear about yourself. 2 was believe that they all fit together. 3 was you get clarity from action. You got to try stuff. You made some soap. You made some paintings. You made a brand image website. You put it out there and you're looking at it now and you're going, maybe you're saying I love it. Maybe on Monday you love it. Maybe on Tuesday you're like, this isn't dark and edgy enough. So that's okay. It's a website. You didn't have like 10 trillion $1,000 a piece brochures printed up and now you're stuck with them. It's a website. You change the color scheme. You change your logo. It doesn't matter, right? Keep Kirstenizing it. That's it. You're not changing. The you that is you is not changing. What you're doing is you're trying to figure out what's the essence. I've now gotten the essence down to this, but there's still some stuff in here that's not the essence. Let me pick that out. Let me pick that out. Let me pick that out. And look, there's something missing. I forgot about this. Right? Dark and edgy. Try dark and edgy. Try something dark and edgy. You don't have to like revamp your entire website and your brand name or anything like that immediately, but maybe try a line of soap that's edgier or a painting or something, right? Just play with it. Play with it in your mind. Your ego is going to tell you, you messed up. The whole thing is wrong. Oh my God. You suck. That's what your ego is going to tell you. Your ego's wrong. Your ego's just trying to protect you. Just say, no, I'm fine. I just realized I forgot the edgy part. We can add it in. That's all. Now you can start your apparel store with branded cargo pants and socks. Yes. Oh, man. This is going to happen one day. I'm telling you right now. There's going to be amusement park pants and socks and really cool cyberpunk outfit. I don't know. I bet something is coming. Crimson, I tried organizing all my paintings in categories once and sharing only certain paintings in certain groups. But I gave up on how tedious it was when I realized it was all my art and trying to separate parts of me. That is really tedious, and congratulations to you for figuring that out. It's like walking into rooms and only letting the people in this room see your arm and the people in this room see your leg. It's like, but don't look at the rest of me. And it's like, you can't do that. You're you. That's a stupid example, but a really good example is when you're with this group of friends, you act this way. And when you're with this group of people, you act this way. And when you're at work with these clients or these colleagues, you act a completely different way. The whole point of what we're talking about here today and every day in this group is you just got to be you. And if these people need you to be different around them to accept you, then why are you there? Or why are you letting them be where you are is really the question. Let them leave. That nothing is going to happen to you by letting the people who are in the I don't like you camp leave. Nothing, except you're going to feel better about yourself, you're going to love your life more, and you're going to be, better looking and rich. So, do those things. That's the last comment. Sometimes I'm sad that when it's the last comment. I wish there was like more, but look at that, 4-3. Anyway, thank you for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. And I will, Crimson, you have the booby prize. As of right now, we'll see if somebody jumps in and steals it. I'm waiting for Donna to try and steal it if she's still here. You'll like my socks. Wearable neurological technology that taps into your nervous system. Well, that's cool. Do me a favor. On Saturday, which is in 2 days, I do the Support Saturday group. Drop a link to your socks. I would like to go and look at them. Boobies, yeah, here it is. I knew Donna was going to start chiming in for the booby prize. So Donna is now in the lead for the booby prize because this is in the rules. You're allowed. You're allowed to fight for it. I'm at a point. Who's this? This is Marina. I am at a point I really don't know how to step out and show myself and my work. I always feel I don't have enough to show. You're the Dagmar of today. That was such a good one. Hang on. You know what this means. So sometimes, Marina, people will put a comment like this, and I'll realize, wow, there's no way I'm going into this right now because this is a whole Daily Fuel into itself. Marina, wait, Marina Booth. Marina Booth. Sorry, hang on one second. Where is it? I don't have enough. I don't have enough to show. So good. So good. That's going to be the next Daily Fuel Pro. I will tag you on that. Here's the short answer. I don't know what the short answer is. You probably do have enough. This is your ego telling you you don't have enough. Your ego will always tell you that you don't have enough, that it's not good enough, and that you need to throw in the kitchen sink in order for it to be valuable or worth something. Boy, do I suffer from that. And we will dive into that, Marina, on a future day very soon, I promise. This is such a great comment. Thank you. Booby. Okay, Donna, you can have the booby prize. Thank you, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow. It's Friday, so Friday night. I don't think I'm going out tomorrow night, so I'll probably have a glass of wine. I might even have a martini. I don't know yet. We'll see. But if you would like to share a glass of wine with me tomorrow night on Friday night, then by all means you may, or your own beverage of choice if you don't drink, or not. But you're not getting any of mine, so don't ask. But Bobby, there are certain groups that only want certain art, like an op art group and an abstract only group. So even if I do both, in that case, all of me doesn't fit everywhere. Well, then you have to decide if that's okay too, because there's nothing like I might join a cyberpunk Facebook group, right, and share the work that I'm doing in my graphic novel, but I'm not about to say, "Oh, guys, I also talk about sexual energy and art." You know, it's like they're not going to care. Well, they might care about that one, but they're not going to care about most Daily Fuel topics. They want to know about the cyberpunk stuff. You know, so me joining a group that narrows down into one of my core topics isn't really me being fake. It would be fake if I joined a pop art group and then tried to create something to show them, to try to get them over here to look at other things that I really do. That would be a different story. What Crimson was saying was that she would break up her art on purpose and then try to, like, I'll show this to these people or this to these people. But if you joined a group and they only wanted to see modern art that was blue, and just find the pieces that are blue and show it to them if you want to. If that's not floating your boat, then get out of there. Roberta gives me a heart. Thank you. Martinis, yes. Yeah. And the one, Donna's back in the lead. Okay, I'm leaving. All right, will you guys let me leave, please? All right, look, we're down to 8 people. We had like 12 or 13 before, but everyone's leaving now because nobody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much. See you for 8:33 a.m. wine. Oh, good night. Thank you. Bye.